Hello everyone and welcome to this slightly different episode. What I have here in front of me is my old toy crane, which I would like to pass down to my son. But before I can do that, I need to fix it because it's broken. Also, there are several design issues with this toy which I would like to address and possibly fix in this video. So let's take a closer look. The jeep was connected to the main tower via some sort of a hinge because it could rotate up and down. How it got severed, well, that's a mystery because there is a clear warning that the maximum payload is 50 grams. So I, as a parent now, I don't understand why children would put anything heavier than this on the crane and thus breaking it, right? Also, there are two winches in the back, which one was operating the main cable, so you can lift the payload, and the other one is for moving the boom up and down. There were two cables which went through these two pulleys, and it was tied around this hook, so it can go up and down. The problem with this design is that even a slight bump to the jeep and the cables would fall off, and so that was a bit frustrating to use. So I would like to address this issue and hopefully fix it. Okay, let's take a closer look at the jeep. There is a small pulley which doesn't turn, and it never turned. That is for the main cable, and this small hook is for attaching the cable that will lift the boom up and down. As an owner of 3D printer, I immediately started to think about how to replace this hook with some 3D printed part, and I came up with this one. It has two small holes so the cable doesn't fall off, and it slides on the jeep and gets secured with M3 screw. So to replace that, I need to get rid of this rivet, so let's head over to the bench. Okay, that works rather well. So let's continue with the other part of the problem, which are the pulleys. The top pulleys have a very shallow groove and the cable is constantly falling off, so I need to replace them completely, and again I help myself with the 3D printing. This design part is very similar to the first one, and it mounts instead of these pulleys, so I need to pull them apart. I hope this is just yeah, it looks like a press fit, tight press fit. think it looks rather nice. Okay, hinge side. The hinge had to be created from the scratch because there's nothing left to work with. The jib part is easy. I can just drill a holes and screw it together. The problem arises with the tower part. The original idea was to screw through this roof, but there is no way how to get inside the cabin just to hold some screws or hold some nuts. The problem is that it has to be secured on the top as well. And then I've noticed this sheet metal which could be used as a, I don't know, holding notch or something like that. So I came up with this part which combines these two ideas. Here it holds on the notch and here it will be screwed to the back. The tension has to be just right. It cannot be too tight because it needs to move on its own down. So this is too much. So I just slightly release it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think it works rather nice. Okay, last thing on this crane is that it has bent axle. So I think I will take it to the vise and try to straighten it. I hope it's the same press fit as on the other. Yes, it is. Interesting. The manufacturer of the tire is called Barum, which might ring a bell to someone. It is also a Czech company which makes tires and is part of the Continental. And there's an interesting fact about this company which I will tell you about while I will straighten the axle. The Barum company was founded in 1934 as a subsidiary of Batya Shoe Company. Now, why would a shoe company invest in a car tire factory? Back in the day, the Batya was already shipping enormous amount of shoes all over the world. The cost of the railroad transportation within Europe was high, so they built a large fleet of cars and used them for logistics. Cars needed tires, and the management decided that it would be cheaper to have its own tire sister company. Then the Batya Tire Company joined other manufacturers like Ruben and Michelin and truly became Barum. In 1960s, the company was nationalized, or to be more precise, stolen, by communist regime just to be privatized again in 1992 after splitting Czechoslovakia to Czech and Slovak Republic. And right after this came the acquisition by the largest tire company in the world, the Continental. The Barum still makes tires and in the year 2016 shipped more than 18 million of tires worldwide. So that was my attempt on fixing and further improving this toy crane, and I'm quite pleased with how that turned out. I hope you didn't find it too boring, and I'll hopefully see you next time. I'm going to play with it for a while. Bye.